Hey.
Yours is just fine though.
What?
This is the one that controls you?
I have no idea. I've never touched it. I have my heater on over here. Are y'all cold or hot?
Mine is fine. But in that office, it is scorching hot.
Who's that office?
Or the video.
Oh.
But I called Savings and he was like, he said, y'all building is all over the place. I was like, yeah, because my office right now is extremely hot. And I said, that.
It's usually really cold.
Right. I said, that needs
It's really hot today. It's freezing outside.
Right. But mine was hot. So, but now it's freezing again, which is good. I told him, look, no.
Y'all like it cold.
I don't want mine to change. So he has ours just right. But this side right there is just not right.
I promise, since I've been in this office, I have not laid a finger on it. I don't even know what it's set at.
Should be good.
Is it on that thermostat though?
I don't know. That's what we don't know.
How's the computer lab? Is it hot or cold? Is it fine?
It's just fine. With the shower's office, and that up in there is hot.
Welcome to managed.
I'm good. I'm just.
What did you say? My stuff works?
My stuff works.
I want this pencil to work on my drawing screen here. Wonder why that won't work. I bet it only works on this. Maybe it's because that's going.
Functionality to a Google Plus Hangout. So after you've started your Hangout,
Hey, everybody. I see some of you have commented on my page, which is fabulous because I can see that you are there, which is great. Jennifer is going to watch. I see Jennifer, and she said that she's got Kathy and Janice with her. Hey, y'all, my friends at Span. I hope you can hear me. If you can, see if you can find the Q&A button. It's kind of like a little gray postage stampy thing, kind of on the top above my head. The other day I did upper right, but it's backwards on your screen, so it'd be over here. It'd be my left hand, your right. And see if you can see that button. And if you do, there's a little blue button that'll pop up and it says Q&A on it. And if you click that, you can, it'll turn on the, yep, Jason got it. I thought I was supposed to be able to see myself in the Hangout too. You can, if I did a video call instead of a group Hangout, if you go back and log into Chrome and start and get back in it, you might be able to. But yeah, I think nearest I can figure out, because I've done them both ways, it was kind of hard for people to get into the video call without a Gmail account. You had to have your Gmail account, so people couldn't get in. So I said, well, we'll just do it this way for this time. And from Bailey, APAC, I see them. Yay. Okay. That's a good thing. Okay, I see Bailey. Since now they found the Q&A, you can see the questions and the answered questions. I don't know, it's not as functional as chat, but for whatever reason, I haven't figured either. I haven't been able to find out how to turn that on from my end. So we'll just go. Kamisha Hackett from Key. Hello, Kamisha Hackett. How are you? So I bet if you are logged into your Gmail account, it'll come up and show that you're there. But because it's a Google technically this Hangout is live all over the internet. So we're live and in person. Just to be killing time. My brother-in-law follows me on Google Plus which is my school account, and I started my first Hangout, and he followed me. And yesterday we were trying to make sure it worked. A couple days ago, trying to make sure it went through all the filters, and I kept starting and stopping him for like 2 hours, and he unfollowed me. Hurt my feelings. So can everybody hear me? If somebody make sure that I can get a headset if I need to, but I'm using the camera on my computer so that you can see a Windows machine and we can look at some of the things we're going to be doing. So when this will be recorded. It's recording it automatically. Oh, hello, Pecan Park. How are you? Can you hear me, Pecan Park? If you can, let me know if you're hearing me okay, or if I need to be louder, not loud, too loud. I have a little volume thing on my computer and it's going across, so I'm assuming that it's pretty loud. We are going, this is automatically recording in YouTube. So what I'll do is when I'm done, I have a video from Monday that we did. We talked about the Apple some, and then there's sound is fine. Thank you, Jason. There's and I'll put this one up as well. And then Dr. Knox, I got him online last week, and he has agreed that I think because it's so hard to get everybody out of your buildings, there's so much going on. You've got science practice tests, you've got this test, you've got 9 weeks test coming up, that we're going to try to do some of this kind of, maybe every day when it gets busier, every day, maybe at 9, at 7:45 during testing, we hop on for 10 or 15 minutes, and we'll do a video call. Then we'll do invites so that we'll see you and hear you. And if you want to ask Dr. Knox, we'll have it, and we can record those as well. So if you can't get on at 7:45 and you have a question about starting or stopping a test session, you can kind of get an answer. So we're trying to use some technology to help maybe alleviate a little of the stress. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start because it's 3 o'clock, and this is the point of these Hangouts is not to be long and drawn out. It's not a face-to-face training. It's just kind of give you an idea and show you a few things. Now, what I'm going to do is I have my computer set up broken. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you today what the analysts or what the technicians are coming around to do in your school. So basically, Dr. King and Dr. Merritt have sent out these emails. They want there to be a tech team. They want more than one person to know what's going on, and they want them to be involved with how we're configuring the computers, how we're setting the computers up. Okay. That being said, I'm just going to show you what we're doing. And if you feel like you want to do it on your own, I say knock yourself out, because what has to be done to the computers is not technical. It is just tedious. Let me turn my volume down there. It's so I'm going to show you, and you'll kind of see it's basically just kind of figure out restarting browsers and things like that until it passes the system check from PARCC. All right, are we ready? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my computer. All right, now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use Internet Explorer first. The goal, we're going to try to do all 3 browsers. So we're going to try to get the check to clear in Chrome, Internet, and Firefox, Internet Explorer and Firefox. If those things aren't all on the computers, the analysts are going to put them on there and do their best to clear them all. All right. So if you don't know already, there is a website called PARCC, which is PARCC.pearson.com. And what I'll do is I'm going to blow this up for y'all real big. If this is in a lot of the material that Dr. Knox set out for you, but if you don't have it, all you have to do is go to this website, and it's going to take you to the PARCC website. I'm going to blow it up real big for you here. Okay. Boop. My computer is slow, just so you. We don't always have the best and the brightest down here either. All right, that's it right there. If you don't have it, it's PARCC.pearson.com, PARCC.pearson.com. Okay. So once you get that, you're going to go here in the middle of the screen. It's going to say Technology Setup. You just click Technology Setup. Now, I'm going to warn you, the second part of this has been running real slow, and I think it's because everybody in the United States of America is running these system checks right now, and everybody in Mississippi is running these system checks right now, so it's getting really slow. All right, we're going to do a PARCC system check. We're going to do a PARCC system check, and we're going to start. Now, the first thing you're going to see is you're going to see this at the bottom. It wants to run the add-on. And you'll see it jumps to the job again, and it says I need to download it, but I don't need to download it. It's going to probably tell you that over and over again, but with the exception of very few computers, we don't need to update the Java or download it. We just have to allow the Java to run. So whenever you have to watch for these boxes at the bottom, and I'm gonna click Allow for all websites, and hopefully that'll go away. Now, once it does that, all right. Sometimes you can refresh your window. So for example, I can refresh this window and it'll reload and it'll pop up the system check. Sometimes it won't. With Firefox and Chrome particularly, whatever you change, you have to close the browser and open the browser again. Internet Explorer is frankly, a little easier, and the joke is because it's less secure, but it's going to try to run that again. And it's slow as Christmas in January. If you have any questions during this, please put them in the Q&A. And what I'll do is they'll stay on my screen here on the right. And then at the end, I'll make sure that I get everybody's questions answered. So any question that you have, go ahead and put it on the, put it in your Q&A. Please, please, please. Okay, it's popped up. I'm going to send it back over there. And you'll see the plugin is not detected. And it's going to say Java was unable to load, but that's okay. All right. All right, I'm going to go ahead and click Start. I may have to go to Chrome or Firefox. My Internet Explorer is. It says the test nav is not responding. And we have found that to be the true. All right, so we're going to go ahead and try to start it. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'll completely close my browser and start it again. So far you can see that what I'm doing is not technical. PARCC.pearson.com. Let's let it load up again. Technology. Setup. System check. System check. Start. Now, I know all my browsers are broken because I worked real hard to break them before we started. Okay, come on. Come on. Oof. Well, tell you what. Oh, there it goes. Well, that's not good. You know what that means? That basically means that they have shut down at their end. That's not good. Tell you what, let's get out of Internet Explorer and do Chrome. Okay. I'm going to open a new Chrome because I don't want to shut down my video with you. You can see that there's your website, but I'm going to go ahead and do Chrome. Let's see. Otherwise, we may have to revisit this again tomorrow because it looks like the issue is they're not responding at the other end. And it's probably just because they are absolutely slammed. New window. Come on, Chrome. Help me out. There we go. All right. Bring it over here so you can see it. And let me get my window up so I can see you, because I lost you all. Okay. All right. All right, I'm going to go back to parc.pearson.com. And it's going to either load or it's not going to load. You know, the irony of ironies is we get all the technology working and they're broken at their end. Come on. Oh, dear. Okay, view technology, system check, PARCC system check. Start. All right, there we go. Now, if I'm going to share my screen again because it's trying a little harder this time. Okay. It's trying to load. It's trying to run the check. All right, now here's where it gets tricky, and I don't know if you can see it up here on your screen because I have a little block above mine. If you look up in this upper right-hand corner, do you see this little X? Okay, way up in this little X-y part right here. Do you see that? All right, if you hover over that, it says plugins were blocked. Okay, but if you click that button, you can tell it to always allow the plugins. Now I say done. Or you can manage plugin blocking, but we're just going to say done, Chrome, and then we're going to start it again. And if it won't run, we're going to have to close our browser. Chrome and Firefox, a lot of the time, you're going to have to reclose you're going to have to close and open your browser. But it's going to check the browser. It's going to check the Java. It's going to try anyway. Okay, there it goes. It saw the plugin, but see, it didn't clear it. It still says there's a plugin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the browser. I'm going to get me a nut. I'm going to open the browser again. Okay. Drag it over where you can see it. And I'm going to go back to parc.pearson.com. I'm going to go back to the technology setup. I'm going to go back to the system check, back to the system check. Start. The information that they give you tells you to like go in ahead of time and set all the stuff, and you are welcome to do it that way. I got no issue with that whatsoever. All right, but sometimes it's just easier to see what passes and see doesn't. All right, you see now, oh, see I have this down here at the bottom. That's excellent because that means, frankly, it's passed. Once it's passed, it will remember every time. I'm going to run it anyway so you can see, but when your browser passes, you'll see this link down here at the bottom. You must do the first thing, and you must do, this is the second thing. This is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go to EPAT. We're going to click this link, okay? And then our username is going to be username, and our password is going to be password. Now, this is the part that's been broken the past couple of days. So we'll see username, and we're going to enter PASSWORD. Okay, sign in. Up now, if you can see it up here in the upper right-hand screen again, you saw this little yellow thing slide across, and it said the pop-up was blocked. It's that same thing. If we click on it, we want to say always allow and done. From experience, I know that if I need to just go ahead and bite the bullet, close the browser. If you want to try to do manage job, you can try to manage it. Sometimes it's real interesting. Sometimes that works and sometimes that doesn't. It's just a really funny thing. I'm going to go back to the technology setup. I'm going to go back to PARCC system. Now, if you want to keep that EPAT website and you know you passed it the first time and it passed, you can do that. That's up to you. Okay. Now, you'll see it remembered and it gave me my browser. So I'm just going to click the link. And remember, you can just keep that in your favorites or keep it and type it in on every browser. And if you want to put it in the favorites of every computer in your computer lab, it's not going to hurt a thing. Okay. So I'm going to click that. And is it going to work? Come on. In order for you to verify, oh, it blocked it again, which it does. So I'm going to get up here my pop-up blocker. I know pop-ups are blocked. Come on. All right, I'm going to always allow pop-ups. And then I'm going to say here. If you have pop-up, there it goes, and we're going to try to put it in again. I just reloaded the page because pop-up blocker shouldn't require a restart. While this is going on, you will be able to do these on your Mac. The only two browsers that will work on a Mac are Safari and Firefox. Chrome will not work. It's a Java-related issue. It'll tell you that. If you do want to use Safari, you have to run Java in untrusted mode, which is real interesting. Okay. Yay, you're about to start a test. I'm going to start my test, start section. And at the end of this, it's congratulations. When you see this congratulations on your screen, this computer is now verified for testing. The analysts, when they come around, they're going to do this on all three browsers, and then they're going to put a green sticker on the computer to try to help you remember which computers have been fixed and which computers haven't been fixed. Now, you saw how long that took for Chrome. You know, it's a little slow because I'm running through the Hangout, but it takes, depending on what needs to be done, it could take as much, it could take 2 minutes, it could take 3 minutes, but it's not, there was nothing technical about what I just did, okay? There was nothing, everything you saw, that it was just reading the pop-up blocker messages and changing the settings. That's all it is. So I'm going to real quick launch Firefox kind of on my other screen and go ahead and get it started. So I'm going to show you real quick. Firefox is very similar. My Internet Explorer was fussing about it, so we're going to just do Firefox today so I can get y'all in and out. Let me screen share again with you here. Okay, I'm going to go back to my system check, click that, and I'm going to run my system check again. Now, it'll tell you right here, okay? All I need to do is activate Java. Now, with this one, if I show all, I'm going to say allow and remember, because you don't want to do this again. I'm going to say okay, and now there's also a pop-up up here. I'm going to, all right, and it cleared, which is good. But now it's going to reload and try to launch that system check again. So again, it's just a question of reading the screen. I'm going to, it's probably going to pass because you see I got my screen down here at the bottom, but I haven't run it yet. So I'm going to start and run it anyway. There I go. All checks passed. That's what you want. Green, green, green. I'm going to click on EPAT. And then I'm going to put my username and my password in again. Never, because you don't want the kids' passwords to be retained in the browser. All right, now at the top of my screen, do I want to let it run Java? Block, allow and remember, allow and remember. If you tell it never, you're going to have to go into the Java and change some settings manually. So please, please don't tell it never. Java must run. Okay? If it misbehaves, I'm simply going to close the browser, launch it again, and go to EPAT directly because I know it's past the other. I saw my 3 green check marks. All right, there's my pop-up window. I need to tell it, come on. Options. I know it presented my, come on. Come on. There we go. Whoop. I want to always allow pop-ups. All right. And it's going to reload again. You can do 2 or 3 of these machines at a time. Just when I worked at a school and I had to maintain the labs, first thing I'd recommend for all of you is restart every computer. Completely shut the whole thing down, restart it, log in with student password. Do not log in as a teacher. If a teacher is logged into that computer, all this hard work you just did is going to mess up because it's not going to remember the settings when the student is logged in. So make sure that the analysts know that the first direction is to restart every computer. Make sure it's logged in as a student. Run all your checks. Stick your green sticker on there and you'll be good to go. But if I were you, I'd restart, log in as a student password. So it'd be people's, student, whatever the number is. And then do this from scratch. Now this is taking too long. I'm going to go ahead and close it. And I'm going to close my Firefox. And I'm going to reopen my Firefox and go straight to EPAT this time. Because that's just taking too long. I don't want to be bothered. Mine's going to be in here because it's been in, I've done it so many times. I'm going to put in username, password, and sign in. And hopefully it'll pop right in. We have had a problem last week. I couldn't get it to verify at all from this point because the website just kept timing out and it's so busy at the other end, it just won't go. So, you know, there's nothing I can do about it. All right. You got to allow for whatever reason it wants to allow, and I'm going to tell it remember. You only see that on Firefox. It's real strange. I'm going to start, and it's going to say congratulations, and you're good to go. There we go. Once you see that congratulations, you are done, and you can log out of TestNav. You can save and return later. You can do whatever you want, and it'll pop out a full screen, and you can close the window. Okay? That's pretty much it. I'm not going to go back and try to pick up Internet Explorer because I think my Internet Explorer is misbehaving, and I'm not going to waste your time watching. You saw the general gist of it. So far, we have not. The only thing that's been a problem is if Java was completely missing, or somebody along, one of the kids or one of the adults has set up the Java to never update. So when you click, when it keeps going out to Java saying you need to update the Java, you really don't. You just have to stop it from trying to update. They set it to either never update or update all the time. And if it updates all the time, it won't let you skip the message. You can skip the update and it'll be fine. If you are using Apple computers, they'll work fine. Remember what I said? You have to use Safari or Firefox. It's a little bit different. You just have to read the error messages and it'll go right through. We're not sure about using a Windows Proctor cache versus and a Mac computer. It should work, but we just hadn't done it yet. So I'm going to kind of play that by ear. Okay. But that's what the analysts are going to be coming to do. They're going to do that on every computer that you're going to be testing on. And as soon as it's done, they're going to put that little green sticker on it. If you have to test a computer and on a computer doesn't have a green sticker, you should be able to fix it. All right, the question from Jason, I'm not sure if everybody can see it, says sometimes we have to have administrative privileges to install various things. Are you sure? Are you saying we should be able to install Java without an issue? No, you still can't install Java on a PC. If you have an Apple computer, you can go to self-service, and I did a video on that Monday. I'll send you the YouTube link on this one. If you'll shoot me an email, or you put yourself in the comments on the video, I'll make sure I send you an email of that video. You can use self-service and you can download Java on the Apples without any administrative privileges. But what I'm saying is you don't need to update the Java on every 9 out of 10 computers. It has a high enough Java. You just have to enable it and allow it to run in the browser. it might tell you, you must update Java. I personally, I sat here the other day and I remoted into about 10 computers in random places all over the district. I didn't have to update Java one time. I just told it, no, I don't want to update right now. Stop asking me. And it passed that test. The Java version that requires is real low. It wants you to update. Just ignore it. Say, no, I don't want to update, or stop asking me, and it'll go. If it won't pass, then, or it jumps right to the Java page, there's some settings. There's, this is a little bit more technical than I intended, but there's a setting kind of in Java. If you click on the start button down there and type Java, there's this configure Java thing. And basically there's a setting, and it's not going to launch. Come on. There's a setting in Java, and my console is not, let's try this one. My Java is not acting it. And my console won't come up, y'all. I keep telling you, y'all think we have good computers down here. I got I told too. There it is. You have to tell it update. You have to tell me, you have to, sometimes there's some settings in here you got to piddle with depending on what, somebody has changed something, and it may be something in there that we need to play with. Especially down here, we want to tell it to allow you to prompt. Sometimes it'll say always update, always never update, always update, never update, and you just have to change that setting. But to do what I just did, I did not have to have administrative rights to do. So hopefully that answered that question. Okay. Does anybody else have any questions? Like I said, if you have to update Java, you will have to have administrative rights unless you're on an Apple. But it may tell you you have to update Java. It'll go out to the website and it'll say you have to update Java. Just say, no, I don't want to update it. Sometimes a little box will pop up and you can say, no, don't ask me anymore. No, I don't want to update Java. Give the computer a chance to pass the test without doing any updates first. That's the easiest and fastest thing. Okay, does anybody have any other questions? I've talked really fast. I was trying to get in 15 minutes, and it's been a little bit longer. But if nobody else has any questions, I'm going to call it a day. I really would appreciate some feedback. This is the second one we've done. I will send everybody who put a comment or a name in there, and I know you were there. Like the people at Pecan Park, you put your names in there, but if you'll make sure I know who you are, I'll try to email this link directly to you. And I'll send you a link to the Mac thing I did on Monday. With Dr. Knox, I said we'll do some smaller sessions so you can log in and you can see yourself. But that requires a little, we're trying this one first because this one it's a little bit easier. So, all right, if nobody has any other questions, I appreciate y'all coming in. I appreciate you watching. I really, really do. And let me know how you like it. Oh, wait a minute. We have laptops awaiting IT to assist with installation. Yes, but if that is what you're going to, okay, the question is, if you don't have your question and answer thing up, they have laptops that they need Java installed on. Pearson, when I watch the webinars from Pearson does not recommend Wi-Fi. They recommend a hardwired computer. So we are recommending that you use computers that are cabled. If that's just not an option for whatever reason, we'll do our best to work with you. But if you could just use those other ones. The laptops, if you're not going to use the laptops for testing, that's just going to have to, unfortunately, be one of those painful things. We are also working on a plan. We're making arrangements to allow a few select trained individuals to do some of those things for us in the schools with some administrative access. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we'll be rolling that out too. And that'll give you a chance you can use those if you want. You can fix that yourself. Okay. All right. I answered that one. Anybody else? All right. Jason, do you have any more questions? No? All right. If you have any more questions, just shoot me an email and I'll be glad to help you. If not, have a great day. Thanks for coming. Good luck.